friends, it's Chumsy Mumsy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm devoting a video to my pet cat Precious. Precious was a little kitten that I found in the bushes outside of the thrift shop that I used to work at. We heard this little meowing, and there was a mama cat that kept having kittens, and she had left Precious behind. And we brought him into the office, and I just knew that I had to have this little kitten. I just thought he was so adorable. And he was about 5 months old at the time. So I sent my daughters a picture of Precious, and I took him into daycare and everyone got to pet him. And the funny story is we thought that Precious was a girl for about 3 months, took him to the vet, and they said, "Congratulations, it's a girl." Here he is sitting up like a human. I think this is so adorable when he does this. He just decides that he's going to sit up. He loves to hang around the house with me. He's my little buddy, and he used to be a lot more aggressive than he used to be. He's definitely feral. This is his Tinder profile pic. That's cats for Tinder, in case you didn't know. He loves to sit on the edge of the couch in the front window and just watch all the comings and the goings on our street. He's so cute. He definitely has gotten less bitey as time has gone by. I do have scars from Precious biting me, but I still love him just the same. He's got a lot of nicknames. I call him Precious, Lepresh, Viper, Demon is always a good one, and also Annoying. Here he is. I call this the Superman. This is when he is just completely relaxed and he just lays like that. I love this picture of him. He just looks so handsome with his bright yellow eyes against his black fur. Here he is trying to decide whether he's gonna go outside or stay in. He's never really entirely sure. He's still contemplating, should I have her open the door and then just not go out, or should I just lay here and look cute? Here he is relaxing on our old ottoman. He is now 8 years old. We just celebrated his birthday. There's a story, he disappeared for about a month and a half, and we called out to him. I put food outside. We didn't know what the heck happened to Precious. I thought he most likely had died. He had gotten into a cat fight, and I thought that maybe he had an infection because he was limping a little bit. And sure enough, after we completely given up, and I had bought a little memorial plaque that we were going to use for a little ceremony in the backyard, we heard a meowing at the door, and I opened it and didn't pay attention because I thought it was the other cat, and it was Precious, skin and bones. Smelled terrible. He was totally infected. Took him to the vet, started him on antibiotics, and lo and behold, he survived. I had to carry him around like a baby and spoon feed him for a couple of weeks. And slowly he recovered. His infection went away, and he has been so grateful to be alive ever since then. It really was like a life-changing experience for him. He definitely thinks of me as his mom. He still nurses on the blanket, and he also will nurse on any kind of soft surface when he's around me. Here he is. That's when he was much younger. That's with his panda. I put this one on my Instagram, and I labeled it Precious and His Panda. That's a gift that that my niece introduced us to for a white elephant exchange at Christmas, and every Christmas we wrap up the panda. You never know who's going to get it. Here he is again, just laying down and relaxing. His fur is so dark sometimes I don't know where he starts and where he ends up, especially if he's laying on something that's dark. But I just think he's so cute. And he has a little white patch right on his chest. That's the only place on his fur that isn't black, but he does have kind of like a brownish, grayish. You'll see in this picture, when the light is shining on him, he has kind of like some highlights there around his face, which is really sweet. And I love the contrast of his yellow eyes against his black fur. I definitely think people should not be afraid to adopt a black cat. There's nothing scary or creepy about them. They're just as affectionate as every other cat. Here he is taking a little snooze. I put him under the blanket even though he didn't need it. I have a thing about wrapping my cats up like a burrito, like you wrap up a baby. I know it's silly, but you know, they are my little babies since the girls have grown up. He's so cute. They do sleep on our bed every night. Here he is again, chillaxing on the bed, giving him some little pet rubs. That blanket in particular, both of the cats seem to really like. It must feel kind of like mama's fur to them, and it's pretty much always on our bed, so I have to wash it a lot to help with all the cat fur on our weight comforter. And yet another picture of Lepreche, just relaxing. This is also one of his profile pics from his Cinder account. Do other people take as many pictures of their pets as I do? I guess it's kind of a thing, right? Here is Precious being my little bath buddy. He's laying on the bath mat. You can see my feet because I was getting out of the tub. But when I take a bath, one or both cats will lay down on the rug next to me. Those are my slippers. And I think they just like knowing that I'm in one spot because normally I'm moving around the house a lot. But when I'm taking a bath, that's like a good dedicated half hour when they can come and just chillax with me. Here's Lepreche just hanging out in the backyard in his kingdom. He does not eat a lot of wild animals like the other cat. I know that he does eat spiders and things when he's inside the house, which I appreciate, so he's earning his keep, but luckily he's not leaving me a lot of little presents on the back doormat like the other one. Here he is in the sink. We all know that cats like to sit in little enclosed spaces, and occasionally he decides that he's going to pee in the sink, which I guess makes perfect sense because you can just run the water and it washes everything down the drain, but it is kind of a shock when you get up to go wash your hands and it smells really bad like cat pee. Here is my fall kitty. He is showing the love for my fall decor with my little chenille pumpkins and my autumn colors. They know they're not supposed to be on the table, but you know, when they're so cute, sometimes it's just hard to resist. And here he is inside my drawer. For some reason, I opened up my sock drawer and he just decided to make himself comfortable. So, like a mom, I put his little blankie in there with him to keep him cozy and warm, even though we all know that he's perfectly fine. He already has on a fur coat. It's just the mom in me, I can't help it. Here's another picture that I love, just highlighting the colors in his fur with his bright yellow eyes. And, you know, I just love the contrast here of the black and the white with the yellow and the sunlight. And again, it looks like he was on my old dining room table here, but it was facing that front window, so he was checking out the street to see what was going on. Here he is again in his little cat kingdom with the geraniums, hanging out. We have this little walkway on the back fence lines, and he likes to go on there. I call that the cat highway. Well, thanks for joining me today to see my little video about Precious the cat. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.